How's it going, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today is going to be a little bit of a different video. Instead of like the typical automotive news or car review or the list, I actually came across this video on Instagram. I was literally just scrolling, minding my own business, and I came across probably one of the weirdest new videos of a new car being advertised. And honestly, I wasn't the only one, which you'll see in the comment section of this video. But essentially, it's a new electric SUV that I'm not going to name just yet. I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but it was actually on Car and Driver's Instagram. So if you want to check out the video, it's on there. I'm also going to be looking at a little like kind of review article by Motor Trend later on in the video. That'll be linked down in the description below. But before we get into today's video, definitely make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you guys are new here, and also click that little bell icon down there below if you're already subscribed. All that stuff really does help me out a ton as a smaller car channel here on YouTube. But anyways, getting into the topic of today's video, essentially we're talking about weird modes that are in electric vehicles. Now, I know I've kind of ranted about this before when talking about fake exhaust, tones in electric vehicles, and how I just think that it's probably the most silly thing that you can ever put in an EV, just because if you want to hear those noises, just go for a regular, ICE vehicle or internal combustion engine vehicle. Yeah, I think it's weird. I think that they're them being manufacturers are trying to make EVs something that they're not. I mean, if you're going to go ahead and you're going to invest in EVs, then don't try to like fake them and turn them into some sort of performance car that has fake engine noises. Anyways, you get the point. So without wasting any more time, looking at the initial Instagram post that I came across, and then we're going to be diving into a closer look of this actual car. And to be quite honest with you guys, as you can see right here, it's the new Kia EV6 GT. I don't even think I should call it a car. It's more of a crossover or SUV. And here you can see that the driver is very well, I might add, like drifting it around a track. Now, I have no problem against the driver. No beef with the test drivers at all. Honestly, I don't really have that much beef with the car. I just think it's really freaking weird. However, my beef lies with manufacturers thinking that this is a good idea. Now, this is actually a drift mode. So this is a set driving mode. And then if we look right here, I'll shut up for a bit. And I don't know if you guys are able to hear that, but yeah, there's like fake exhaust noises as well. So we have a drift mode and a crossover or electric crossover, as well as fake exhaust noises, and it's an electric crossover. So I don't know. It's really mind-blowing to me that people would kind of buy something like this. I mean, I guess if you want to go electric and you want a crossover and you want to be able to bring the kids to soccer practice and school and all that stuff, but yet still feel like you have a race car, even though it's definitely not a race car. I mean, I'm sure that it probably weighs a decent amount. And speaking about its specs, getting into the Motor Trend article. So this is essentially like a quick review that Motor Trend did of the 2023 Kia EV6 GT. We've seen these articles before on Car and Driver's websites, on other auto blogs or whatever. But yeah, it's got a surprising amount of horsepower, 576 to be exact. Here are the main pros and cons taken away from the experts over at Motor Trend. The pros: has a 3.2 second 0 to 60, which we can't really argue with that. Yeah, now yes, it is an electric vehicle, and most EVs do have pretty quick 0 to 60 times for obvious reasons. That is still pretty impressive coming from a crossover. It loves to drift, which we just saw in the little video there. Again, I don't know how I feel about that. And then it's roomy for people. There's some cargo space, blah, blah, blah. Apparently the range isn't that great. The rear headroom's a little bit tight and doesn't look I don't know what the hell they're trying to get at right there, but whatever. We're skipping over that. We're going right into the specs. So again, the 0 to 60, 3.2 seconds. Does a quarter mile in 11.4 seconds. And actually, oh my god, its speed at the quarter mile, like its trap time, is 121 miles per hour. So this is really wild. Like, this is why in one hand I really want to hate on something like this because it just makes absolutely no sense, and I think that it's really silly. But on the other hand, like, it's phenomenal that you can get this sort of performance from an SUV. Now, again, I'm sure that it still does weigh a decent amount. I'm gonna try to scroll through the article, see if it actually has some sort of curb weight. All right, so yeah, it actually does. I think this is its curb weight. It doesn't mention it specifically, but it weighs in just 10 pounds shy of 4,800 pounds. So yeah, it's lighter than the Mach-E GT. They're kind of comparing it to some other, I guess, electric crossovers. But looking at that crossover, I mean, it's a crossover, which is essentially like a smaller to mini SUV, I guess you could say. It doesn't look that big. And the fact that it's pretty much almost 5,000 pounds once you add a driver in there, that is ridiculous. But it's electric, and that is kind of one of the main cons, or like the main negatives about pretty much all electric vehicles, is that 90% of them out there weigh a ton. So that is the one thing that I kind of don't understand, because when you're talking about true performance, all that stuff is kind of equated in there, and something like that much power is definitely good, but that much weight is really, really bad. And if you're going to take, I don't know, your Kia EV6 GT to the track, which obviously no one buying this thing is actually going to track it. Maybe I'm going to swallow my words, and 6 months from now there's going to be a YouTuber out there that's taking this to the track and hot lapping it. But yeah, I don't see that happening. And they do kind of compare it to the Mustang Mach-E GT and the Model Y Performance right here, which I guess are going to be its main competitors. Now, looking at, I guess, the price, see if they actually have any price numbers here. All right, so yeah, towards the end of the article, comes in at around like the low 60s after you add, I guess, like shipping and handling fees and dealership markups or whatever. These can definitely, I could definitely see these costing like 70 grand, which is pretty crazy. I don't know if I would ever spend 70 grand on something like this. Again, maybe by the time it actually hits the roads, it actually hits dealership lots, it's a lot more popular than I foresee it being. But yeah, again, I'm not that big of an EV fan. I don't want to just unnecessarily hate on them. So let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below of this new Kia EV6 GT. If you're a fan of it, let me know why. I'd love to hear your different opinions. And also, if you don't like it, also let me know as well. While you're down there, definitely be sure to leave a like. Again, subscribe like I said before. If you've already been subscribed, click that bell icon for more automotive content, daily automotive content coming from this channel. I really do appreciate your time. Thanks for sticking to the end of today's video. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. If you enjoyed today's video, click on either of these links right here to watch a similar video from this channel, or click on the little circle link right there to actually subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free. I do appreciate all the support, but thank you for sticking to the end of this video, and I hope you have a fantastic day.